Hello and welcome back to Eve Echoes. Well, it's been a while since I did an update on this, but it's time. And I also did wait to verify the things that I'm about to say so that I give the correct information. Well, we did get the 15th final message, and players were really fast to decipher it. And well, we need to thank Sovereign for being the first one to actually translate it. And well, it turns out that all the messages were hinting mostly at a new faction. And well, that new faction will be in the game, probably will be in the game literally on launch day. And we will see. Pretty much the Kasoi message also was kind of part of the new faction so far that I've understood. And well, I think we will see more of the faction, the live stream that they will do on the 17th of March, pretty much tomorrow pretty much tomorrow, since today is the 16th. And I personally, I will watch it. I'm really curious to find out about the release date. And they personally told us that they will reveal the release date on the 17th on the live stream. And well, I think it is time to actually get to see the release date. And well, I really hope that it is within the next 2 months. We will see. Like, I really hope that it is within the next 2 months, since I really want to play the game as soon as possible. Well, but as always, I'll be covering from the message, and then we will slowly progress towards the announcements that they gave us for the live stream. So, in a split second, in a moment, you will see the message. And well, at first, if you look at the message, you wouldn't pretty much. It looks like a date, or it looks like a period table of elements. In this case, these are reactants. But there is also one video that was released on Bilibili that pretty much, when you translate it, you pretty much get to know the new faction they were talking about. And overall, the messages did point out at a new faction, not on the release date. But of course, there is probably more to these messages, not only the faction. I personally think that within those messages, the release date was also hidden somewhere. Probably we will find out that tomorrow if that's correct. And overall, everything from the first message to the last message were pretty much, when you look at it, they indeed were pointing out at a new faction. So I'm really curious to see how that faction will look like, how the ships will work, and are alphas going to be able to play the new faction? That will be also really interesting and kind of important. Is it going to be like the Triglavians in EVE Online? That's the question. Well, here on the screen you can see the recap of all the messages that the developers have given us, and pretty much with their translations and with the, of course, every one of this is put together. And well, overall was a really interesting little game that they played, and that makes me really curious at this moment, since it would make no sense to hype up everything so much if the release date wasn't close. So there is the slight chance of the release date being within the next 2 months. Since if it isn't, then I don't know why they did hype up this so much. Since they definitely know that people are really excited and that they are eagerly waiting for the game to be released. And if the release date was far, then hyping up the player base so much for a new faction, and overall, they definitely would know that people would be speculating about the release date. A lot of us did, and a lot of us still do debate and pretty much talk about the potential release date. So I'm really kind of curious to see what they will tell us tomorrow. I really hope that all these messages, that the hype wasn't in vain, since I think if the messages were pointing out at a release date, then that would kind of make a bigger hype than a new faction, for example. At least that's what I'm thinking at this moment. And overall, you could, however, translate those messages as a release date. You could, like, they kind of have two meanings at the same time, and there is that slight speck of hope that I have that the release date is also hidden somewhere within those messages. They might have done that. They might not. And well, quick recap of all the messages here that on the screen again. And I did have fun playing this little game with them. And overall, when this game gets released, I am definitely gonna probably make this game my main game on the channel. Who knows? Maybe. Overall, I was really having too much fun playing this game when it was in the beta. Definitely. However, I will admit, like, I did make a lot of mistakes, and I am definitely looking forward to repair those mistakes that I did in the open beta. I know that I was doing too much PvP for the majority of people's liking, and I should have focused, besides on PvP, I should have focused on other things. For example, missions, anomalies, and overall mining. That's one thing that I pretty much did enjoy in the PC version. Definitely really relaxing and overall a enjoyable experience. We'll definitely do that in this game as well. And of course, about the PvP, I will definitely try not to shoot down miners anymore. That's one little mistake that kind of slipped out because I was kind of too excited for the... Well, I was kind of too excited for the game, I guess. And well, we also did have some sneak peeks at the overall game design on some stations, on some of the mechanics that you could see there, and of course on some stations. And I think I did see some battleships there, but I'm not quite sure. So overall, we did get a GIF image that they posted. And when you look at the GIF image, you can pretty much see some structures in the background. You can see some ships, some fields. I think I even saw a bubble. I'm not quite sure if that was a bubble, but I think it is. So we will have the majority of the game finished upon release. Corporations are also already introduced, I think. They're already implemented that. We just need to use it when we start the game. And overall, I personally think we are on a good track. Now, the UI that was in the last development update is kind of, when I think about it right now, it is kind of controversial actually. This UI that we had over here is customizable, and we can turn it actually off. And you can see here, the UI was also the overall view at the game wasn't compromised by the UI and the overview. Well, on the 17th of March, they will do a developer live stream where they will pretty much talk about a lot of stuff in the game and the release date. In this picture over here, we can see, I think, what are Caldari. Yeah, they have definitely Caldari ships. There are some not destroyers, dreadnoughts, my god. Dreadnoughts, carriers, we see docked ravens and stuff like that. And I think I see an auxiliary structure there in the background, near the planet over there. Looks like an auxiliary structure. I don't know what a auxiliary structure is doing there. Really hope that they will be in the game sometime in the future. Not that I will fly them. I'm mostly looking to destroy them, honestly. They're just big targets, big expensive targets that with our group, I guess, we are going to be hunting down sometime in the future when we reach that level of progressment in the game. And that's where the fun is in the game, when you start to hunt big ships with your fleet. That's really fun. And again, what they will give us at the live stream: release time, new cinematic trailer and in-game footage, new features and optimization, and new faction, Yang. And pretty much that's the main thing of the live stream that people are expecting. Like I said, I'll be watching it. It will be, I think, on YouTube and Twitch, and I'm really looking forward for that, since I'm really curious to see how the game actually looks, how the game plays, and overall I'm looking forward to see the in-game footage and to compare it with the beta that we have here. And overall, I think people are excited for the game. Overall, they are really expecting the game to be good. We have a couple trolls always. There's trolls always, but well, we can pretty much forgive them. They're all trying to have fun. We're like all trying to have fun in the game, and the release hopefully is not too far off. We'll see. Tomorrow will be the big day, I guess. Tomorrow will be the day where we will find out if if the release date is close, and well, that will be, I guess, the main topic of that day tomorrow. And again, another little picture that they put out, that is, what ship is that? I have no idea. It looks really unique. It might very well be a station. At the moment, I cannot think of what vehicle that is. It looks like a special ship or something. I don't know. Might very well be a station. And let's see, May 17th between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. UTC time. Well, that would be the time where I guess the truth will be revealed in the game overall. I don't know what honestly to expect at this moment about the release date. I still really hope that it is really soon, since the wait is literally eating me slowly. The games that I currently play are okay, but I really need this game to be out. I really enjoyed playing it, and I think people enjoyed watching the PvP that I did. I don't know. Like I said, I know I did some really stupid mistakes, honestly, in the PvP vids. I did try to be funny at some point, but at the same time, it didn't kind of fit the atmosphere that I did have in the overall game. Since I did play pretty, I think I did play pretty tryhard, since I was really into what I was doing. Like I said, I didn't die in PvP in the game at all. I was one of the rare few to survive without a destroyed ship during the entire open beta. And overall, I think a more serious atmosphere will definitely suit the overall game. So I know I did some really stupid mistakes back in the day, and I know that I just need to be a lot better than I was back in the day. And that means no more minor kills, maybe one or two, depends on the day. And I really need to focus on other things besides PvP. I need to focus more on PvE, and of course I need to focus on other missions and pretty much what the game has to offer, since I know the game isn't entirely just straight out PvP, even though that's a big part of it. And overall, I'm really curious to see and to compare the games between the beta and between the full release. I think that they will do a good job at making the game, and overall I really hope that they know what they're doing. But I think that they know what they're doing so far. So far, I don't see anything wrong. Like I said, the UI, the overall overview was really controversial at some point, because I kind of liked the overview when I think about it in the beta. As you can see here, you can turn it on and off at will, and it didn't eat up much space at all when you turn it off, and you can have the whole display for the game. Although this overview was pretty okay, pretty nice, but if we were able to make it more transparent, the opacity, if we can turn it to be more transparent, then I think the current overview that we had in the full game, in the beta, would be a really good contender to be in the full release. But we will see what they will do. I really hope that we are going to be able to at least turn it on or off, since as you can see right now when I play, the overview is gone and it didn't eat up much space at all. You just pop it up and then target your enemies, and then pretty much you can turn it off, and then you will have the whole display for yourself. Well, I guess it will be time to end this. Overall, was a really fun little game that we played with the developers, with the messages, and overall they did make the hype go up, and these couple months of waiting were definitely, well, they were hard. I don't know how much longer we will have to wait. We will find that out tomorrow. And hopefully the game will be launched really soon, and hopefully we are going to be able to enjoy this wonderful game together, as well as a big community actually, since we did have a lot of players in the game in the beta. The numbers of players actually was rising logarithmically really high. Well, with that being said, I hope this was informative. Was my pleasure to play this for you, and of course was my pleasure to pretty much report the news for you. And well, I will see you next time, pretty much after the live stream, where I will pretty much address what they were talking about, and well, we will pretty much conclude this entire open beta thingy, and then we will just wait for the full release. Well, with that being said, I will see you next time. Take care.